This game here was a tough one for me to watch personally. I was out with some friends having lunch and stuff, and I had problems with my phone trying to watch the game. It was stuttering, it was buffing, and I had so many issues with that. But this game was hilarious. Now the Rams should have won this game. I still don't understand to the life of me how the Philadelphia Eagles came back, but this is a testament of the Philadelphia Eagles. They are a super resilient team. This has been their culture under Nick Sirianni. We've seen this multiple times by the Philadelphia Eagles where it's like the first half, they don't know how to play football on the offensive side of the ball, and all of a sudden Jalen Hurts and the guys just come out in the second half and just have an absolute masterclass. Apart from the very first drive of the second half, offensively for the Philadelphia Eagles, where Jalen Hurts fumbles the ball, they were sensational. They were great in the second half. This was a classic Philadelphia Eagles game. Philly fans, are you happy? I think the Kevin Patullo, I think is the name of their offensive coordinator. Do you see what happens when you start giving your star player the ball? Literally. You could tell the difference from when Jalen Hurts goes off script. Because Jalen Hurts, when he drops back all this year, I've seen Jalen Hurts really sit, catches the ball in his drop back. He's progressing, going through his progressions. Yesterday, in the second half, he said, screw all that. Where's number 11? And I'm going to go give him the football in the second half. Because the LA Rams cannot cover the guy. There's an interesting stat. I don't have it. See if I can look it up right here, right quick. If we have it. I don't know if I'm being able to find it because I used it. See, I think I might have it here. Okay, let's see. Nope, it's not it. Okay, this might be it here. A.J. Brown versus the Rams last year. 6 receptions for 109 yards, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown again. 6 receptions for 109 yards. A.J. Brown loves playing against the LA Rams. He just does. And this is what happens when you give your star player the ball. We've had all these conversations with the Philadelphia Eagles the past couple of weeks. Their offense has been absolute garbage. I think in the first half of this game, Jalen Hurts and the offense had like a net yardage of negative some yards. The offense in the first half was absolutely abysmal. They were bad. And in the second half, just flip the switch. I think Cam Newton said this morning on First Take, at the beginning of the third quarter, Jalen Hurts was 4 for 9 and ended up with 21 for 32, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The guy Jalen Hurts just knows how to win. He finds a way to win, and this is something that under Nick Sirianni, and I just said earlier, they found a way to do this in their culture. This is who the Philadelphia Eagles are. This is the type of organization and type of culture that they have set. This is the Super Bowl winning Eagles. These are the Philadelphia Eagles that are right now in consideration as Super Bowl contenders. The defense, getting to the quarterback, getting turnovers, and offensively, you're playing complementary football. You weren't able to run the ball at all yesterday with Saquon. And what happens? You make adjustments in the second half. You give A.J. Brown the football. And you come away with a comeback victory. Now, they needed a little luck to go in their way. And I wouldn't really classify it mostly as luck because, like I said earlier, I didn't get to watch the game. I didn't know before they blocked the final punt. Jordan Davis blocked the final punt at the end of the game. The field goal, excuse me. I did not know that they actually blocked another field goal earlier in the game. So, no, this is not luck. Obviously, there was something going wrong there with the procedure. I don't know if Sean McVay just forgot to practice special teams this week. But, man, Sean McVay, he's not going to be happy with how the Los Angeles Rams were yesterday. It was bad. So, let's move on to the Rams, though. The Rams looked like they were ready to blow the doors off of the Philadelphia Eagles. They looked like they were ready to blow them out the water. if I'm not mistaken, 100%, I think the score was 26. The score was 26-9. Yeah, that sounds about right. The score was 26-9 in the third quarter. And the Eagles end up scoring 33 points. Ladies and gentlemen, they ended up coming up with 24 points in the second half. That is absolutely crazy. No, take that back. They ended up coming up with 26 points. Wow. Let me take it back. It was actually 26-7 in the third quarter. They came up with 24 points. That's bad. That is bad for the Los Angeles Rams. They got too complacent in the second half. They got away from what they were doing. Matt Stafford missed a couple throws. They shot away from the run game. Bad play calling, specifically on that fourth down call there in the middle of the field when they went for it on 4th and 1. You tried to run it up the gut with Kyron Williams. The defensive line led by Jordan Davis of the Philadelphia Eagles sniffed that out, and they knew that's what you were going to do. I was not 100% a fan of that call. It's just bad play calling all around and just bad situational awareness. Not being aggressive, which they were trying to be aggressive, but they weren't aggressive when they needed to be 100% aggressive. And Matt Stafford got pressured a lot. He came away getting, when Puka Nacua had that one catch and they had to review it because they thought it hit the ground and they ended up overturning the call. You saw where Matt Stafford, he got absolutely clobbered and he came up just holding his back. The Rams are Super Bowl contenders. I really do think this is back-to-back times in the NFC divisional round last year and in this game yesterday. The Rams should have won both of these games. Should have. But yeah, both times they done something stupid. Did not have good game management and the game got away from them. Now, they are capable of beating the Philadelphia Eagles. I really do. If they were to match up with them again, both of these times they've matched up against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. Now in the playoffs, will they match up against Philly? I don't know. Is that going to be at home or are they going to be at Philly or are they going to be in LA? I think either way the Eagles are going to have the home field advantage. But at the next time the Rams play the Eagles, they are capable of beating the Eagles. But what do they have to do better? They have to be able to contain the middle with Jalen Carter. That is where that interior pass rush that the Eagles had on the Rams yesterday was getting home. Like I just said earlier, with Matt Stafford getting hurt, you cannot have that. You got to be able to protect Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is not a mobile quarterback. If you guys remember that third down play or in the second half where Matt Stafford was rolling out to the left, Matt Stafford looked horrendously slow. Like he just looked horrendously slow. So he's not a mobile quarterback. So he's a pocket passer. You got to protect him. And the offensive line, the interior of that offensive line, they traded away some guys. Did not do a good job protecting Matthew Stafford yesterday. And the Eagles were ready. They were able to tee off, led by Jalen Carter in the interior. And that's what really decided the ballgame. So they have to be able to contain the interior rush of the Eagles. Also, A.J. Brown, you got to be able to account for him. This is another game in a row where A.J. Brown just pretty much bullied your defensive backs. When I mean bullied, there was this one catch that A.J. Brown made on the little in route, and he just, the DB was draped all over him, and A.J. Brown just stiff arms him off in the middle of the catch, and I'm like just sitting here like, are we serious right now? The Rams are capable. They're contenders. They should have won this game. But Stafford's got to stay healthy, and they got to get better at defensive back. At the trade deadline, and I know this is a name that they've brought up a couple of times, and it's an interesting thing. Name 2, L'Jarius Sneed, somebody who the Chiefs let walk. He's on the Tennessee Titans right now. We see what the Tennessee Titans are doing over there with Brian Callahan and his foolishness operation they got going on over there in Tennessee. Is that a name who could possibly be up on the trade market? The Rams got to get somebody at defensive back position because that's where they are lacking at. Now, their defensive line, absolutely phenomenal. They sacked Jalen Hurts a lot yesterday. They were able to stop the run and contain Saquon. The Eagles, And the Rams are like the powerhouses right now in the NFC. I think the Rams are the ultimate team that can get in the way of the Eagles winning another Super Bowl in the NFC or getting to the NFC Championship game. The Rams are that team. I don't see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers being that team to beat the Eagles. I don't see the Lions being that team. And I think I'm missing another team. Or the Packers. I think right now it's presently constructed. Even though I think the Packers, but I don't trust Jordan Love. As presently constructed, I think the Packers are like number 2. And maybe the Bucs is number 3. But I think the Rams are the number 1 contenders right now to dethrone the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC. Because we saw it yesterday. They should have won this game. Field goals. Just got a block. And you win the ball game. And even though the offense was anemic throughout all of the second half, I think they only mustered just the 1 touchdown in the first drive they had in the third quarter offensively. But when time came and you needed it most, Matt Stafford led his team down the field and got a pretty chip shot field goal attempt, but they wasn't able to complete it. So it's just a couple things that the Rams have to clean up, and the Rams are going to be contenders. And they can make a lot of noise in the NFC West. And we know they're not in a great division right now, even though the Arizona Cardinals, I think they're a little overrated. We know the San Francisco, they're super beat up. We got some news about, Joey Bosa tearing his ACL today. That was tragic news. And Seattle, I don't know. I think the Rams are the cream of the crop in that division. And I think ultimately they are the biggest contenders to the Philadelphia Eagles in competing for the NFC title. It was a great matchup yesterday. 2 powerhouses, and I'm interested to see how they are going to square off, hopefully, in another rematch in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? And I want to know all of your comments down